Hey everybody, we bought Jeeps. So this is Sasha, I'm Blaine. These are the Jeeps we bought. We're new to the Jeep scene. He bought the silver 2004 for $4,200, and I bought a 2005 automatic red for $5,500. And since we're in Michigan, we had to find ones that had good frames because the rust is the worst thing here in Michigan. And it's like finding a needle in a haystack, finding a Jeep that doesn't have a frame that's completely rotten. There's YouTube channels dedicated to just frame repair. But what made you, before we had Mercedes, we've still got a couple in the family, but he sold his Mercedes and decided he wanted to get a convertible that he can go off-road with. Is that pretty much it? How you decided you wanted to switch from Mercedes to Jeep?
Well, because of the snow in Michigan, I figured, well, I want a convertible, but I want to be able to drive in the winter, but I also want something that's all-wheel drive, so I figured this would probably be the best option for me.
Yeah, that makes sense, because having a Mercedes sports car is not very...
No, can't drive that in the winter.
Not very smart to be cruising around in the snow with a two-wheel drive Mercedes sports car. And so this is a little more practical. And when he was shopping for his, he was so excited about getting a Jeep and going off-road with the top off and all that stuff. I got excited, so I sold my car and bought this one. And I figured it'd be a cool father-son activity to do together. And I guess we can go over what all about your Jeep, and then in a different video we can go through mine.
Sure.
But the first thing we did, we replaced the bumper.
Yeah.
But the bumper on it was kind of welded on there. It wasn't very pretty, but we got he found a Stinger bumper off Facebook and for $150, was it?
Yeah, it's
$150 fits right on there, and we just bed linered it. And
yeah, the guy got it from a Jeep Grand Cherokee and then converted it for a Jeep Wrangler, and then welded the Stinger bar on himself.
Yeah, and it's super sturdy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab the camera, see what you need.
But yeah, this one's the 4.0 engine. It's also a 5-speed manual, so I guess it's the best variant besides the Rubicon that I could find. It's got the typical fender rust in the same spot. It's the same on his Jeep as well, but I'm looking to get some new ones pretty soon here.
Oh, the main thing was like there's some damage here on the grill, so he's gonna be getting a new grill for that.
That too.
That was like the main cosmetic blemish other than the rust. And if you're in one of the states like Texas or where you don't have to deal with rust, you may go, holy cow, you bought a piece of junk. Well, in Michigan, this is good.
Yeah,
that's
pretty good.
It's the frame underneath the car. That's the important part.
Yeah, the frame underneath, surprisingly for the amount that I paid for this, is pretty good. All of the body mounts are intact and everything. There's just some typical like side skirt rust and a little bit underneath the doors. But the frame is in very good condition. I was really impressed when I look at this compared to the other ones.
We went around it with a screwdriver and stabbed at this frame and all the spots that, like here where the control arm mounts to the frame. But we're gonna sand all this down and repaint it so it doesn't keep creeping, because it'll grow. So we're just gonna try and do some preventative maintenance on it.
Yeah.
He had some window decals on here that were on backwards and they were ugly and you couldn't see out of the Jeep when you were driving it. So while he was at work one day, I scraped it all off with a razor blade.
Just gotta clean it up is all.
It's got some rust back here underneath the license plate.
Yep, there's a big spot back there. But
And the bottom of the tailgate here is a bit rusted, and then there's a door ding here. And they did paint over some rust on the rear hatch or rear tailgate hinges. But this is all like stuff that's replaceable.
yeah, easy fixes. Not too expensive unlike other cars.
The cool thing about his is he's got a really nice interior.
Yeah, a lot of the Jeeps that we looked at here, even the ones that are completely rusted out, their interiors are all almost flawless. The only problem with mine is that the driver's side floorboard is pretty well rusted through.
Yeah, that's one of the first things that he needs to get replaced is the the floorboard on the driver's side. It's not, hasn't creeped too far up into the body, but so it can be cut out, and he already ordered the floorboards. And one thing he did get was this, the bullet point phone mount, because there's nowhere really good place in a Jeep to put a phone. He got the whole kit with a GoPro mount and everything, and then this thing that fills up the tray. After he installed his, I thought I want the same phone mount, but after he installed his, he lost pretty much all use of the tray up top because of that mount, and I decided I didn't want that. So I just got the bullet point phone mount with just the pillar that it sits on. I don't have the mount to mount all the accessories on it.
Yeah, especially when off-roading, I got a cheap Walmart mount, and that thing flew off 4 or 5 times before I even got on the trail. So I needed something.
It flew off when you was still in the shopping cart.
Yeah.
So he's got his first duck there. While he was at work, I snuck up to his work and drove by and threw the duck on his hood. I wanted his first to be from his dad. But he did switch out these lights, the factory yellow ones, to these smoked ones. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the factory yellow lights, but everybody's got their own tastes, and that's fine. So let us know what you think we should be doing to this thing. He's been planning on bedlining the entire Jeep, which I think would be cool. We've got his girlfriend's mom has a Jeep also. Beautiful 2006 Rubicon, and she bedlined the whole thing, and it looks really cool. So I guess let us know what you think. I'm gonna put this in the mount here. Let us know what you think, what we should do to his Jeep other than replace the grill. It's probably gonna do a 2-inch lift, and then who knows? We're open to suggestions, and then we'll do another video on my Jeep and what I got and why I chose it. Anyway, I'm gonna go turn the camera off.
We buy Jeeps.
We bought Jeeps.
We bought Jeeps.
Have a good day, everybody.